I just want to quote what the MIS study report has stated, and I quote, "It is not just about basic needs like housing, food, clothing, but also what it takes to enable a sense of belonging, respect, security, independence," end quote. So quite clearly, even the MIS report itself has defined what they have found as going beyond basic needs. Hence, what they are describing is really about what is aspirational, what perhaps one or families would like to have. And on this premise, now that we have said it clear, I would also like to raise a few points about the MIS study. The study's methodology, 300 participants, small group discussions, is highly dependent on respondent profile, one, and two, group dynamics. So I understand that many respondents themselves in the study are not from lower income households. And when in a group dynamics is real. And oftentimes, minority participants may find it hard to articulate their views. And I shall leave it at that. Also, another assumption that's been made in the study is that lower income households or low income families receive the same amount of financial help as median income households. This is clearly not correct. Lower income families qualify for and they receive more financial help than median households.
I have read the study in some detail, and some elements in which SPS Eric has mentioned about how they're aspirational strike many Singaporeans as not entirely so. For example, one of the things that was pointed out by the joint ministry response was that perfume may seem like a bit of an aspirational good. But of course, many Singaporeans will understand as well that in a hot and humid climate like our own, being presentable, smelling normal, would be something that many job seekers would require in order to have some dignity when they go for a job interview or when they go to work.
And I knew that this idea about discretionary items and perfumes, but I'm also not aware how perfumes would add to how we will present ourselves better in our climate, which is hot and humid. But my point really is, I agree with the member that we do need to be presentable. But because I knew that I was going to be taking this PQ today, I've made 2 calls this morning to 2 of my rental flat residents. Both are single moms. Both have in this category of residents that we are discussing about. And I do understand that this is not statistically significant. These are perhaps anecdotes, but these are anecdotes that I thought are instructive, and I've sought their permissions to share this with the House. And I asked them, perfume, jewelry, overseas holidays, what do these items mean to you? How would you describe them? Both of them told me in separate phone conversations without coordination, they tell me almost similar words, and I quote them, "Boss, these are good to have lah." I follow up and I ask, so ideally, how would you like to be able to afford these items? I perhaps provided some MCQ options. Is it through gainful employment, or perhaps would you want that to be part of government assistance? Again, both of them told me without coordinating their replies, "Boss, get a job, earn money, work hard for these things, lor." So my takeaway earlier from these 2 conversations is this: let us not underestimate the agency, the strength, and the dignity of our low-income families and the ability to turn things around and to break the cycle of poverty, and with them clearly in the loop, with them clearly holding on to the levers of their own lives.